We go from playing it for laughs to playing it straight, something that is no laughing matter. Memory disorders, and a memory disorder that involves a one-time teen idol, David Cassidy, who apparently faces a dementia diagnosis. To talk about it now, we welcome to the National Anchor Desk Newsmax health editor Nick Tate. Nick, people think of dementia, we think about people really old. David Cassidy, 66.
Mm-hmm. That's why this is such a surprise. You know, we think of senility, seniority, but in fact, dementia can strike early, as David Cassidy's case reveals. 1 in 10 people at 65 have some touches of dementia, and it can strike in your 50s, your 40s, and even your 30s. The very first case by Dr. Alois Alzheimer's, who is the man for whom the Alzheimer's is named, the very first patient that he diagnosed was 51 years old. So it's really sort of a cautionary tale that this is not just a disease of age.
And of course, David Cassidy, a performer, he manifested his symptoms in public, right, during a concert.
That's right. Last weekend, in fact, Cassidy has had some problems with alcoholism that he's been very open about. And when people first saw him messing up the lyrics, forgetting the lyrics to these songs he's been singing for 50 years, the first thought was that he's fallen off the wagon. But in fact, weeks before this concert, he had revealed on his website that he was forgetting things and suffering dementia. So it was a very public display of what happens, a little bit reminiscent of Glenn Campbell a couple of years ago when he was forgetting the lyrics of his songs in concert.
And of course, Glenn went on a farewell tour in part because they thought the music would help him keep his memory for a while. And
indeed
he's a guy who's a dear friend of mine, and to see him in the final stages of this, you know, we've known Glenn and Kim, worshiped with them, saw our kids grow up out in Arizona, and this is especially difficult. And of course, you and I have had situations in both of our families. My mom passed away. The Alzheimer's did not rob her of her memory. The medicine seemed to arrest it, the new prescriptions. But it is very difficult for a lot of families, and so the question becomes, gee, if our folks have it,
yes,
what about the genetic component of this?
It is significant. In fact, my father died from Alzheimer's, and he did lose his memory near the end. Very difficult for us. If your mother or father have it, you have about a 50% chance of getting Alzheimer's yourself. So there is a significant component. Now, the good news about this is that lifestyle is also a factor, and there are some things you can do in your everyday life to reduce your risk, even if you have the genetic predisposition. There is no cure, and drugs now just manage the disease and the symptoms and slow its progression, but the way you live your life can be a factor.
Well, obviously, what is it we need? And we see what you lose right there: memory, judgment, language, motor skills. But I'm, as you are, what do we do to stop it or lessen the chances of this for guys like us?
Well, we spoke with Dr. Gary Small, who is the director of the UCLA Longevity Center, who has written 2 Weeks to a Younger Brain. He's a Newsmax contributor, and he's developed a test that you can go online and see for yourself whether your memory loss is something to really be concerned about. But in his book and in his guidance to us, which we've put on our Newsmax.com health website, there are things you can do, and the things that are good for your body are also good for your mind. Maintaining a healthy weight, eating a healthy diet that has a high level of omega-3 fatty acids, which are in this is what we're seeing on the screen there is Dr. Small's test of whether your forgetfulness is normal or actually something to worry about. You can go online and find this at newsmax.com health. But the things that you can do: eat a healthy diet, foods that are high in omega-3 fatty acids, fish oil, fish, nuts, certain fruits and vegetables, can help boost brain health. Exercise keeps your cardiovascular fitness up, keeps the blood pumping, so oxygen and nutrients are delivered to the brain, and so they keep your brain functioning. And the most important thing, perhaps, is to engage in mental disciplines, the disciplines of the mind. Crossword puzzles, for instance, brain teasers, learn to speak another language, learn to play an instrument. These things build what scientists call the brain reserve.
Okay, so I just have a variation on that.
Yes.
But you're not a doctor, not playing one on TV. If Dr. Small were here, I'd ask him a couple of things. I love to kind of sing, and sometimes I invent new lyrics to theme songs, and sometimes I just kind of sing and sing and sing.
I've heard this about you.
And Mary says, knock it off. Can I say to Mary, honey, this is helping me keep my memory?
It is. In fact, one of the most interesting pieces of new research on Alzheimer's finds that there's something about music that allows people to maintain memory. So Glenn Campbell's a good example. He may have forgotten the lyrics to his songs in concert, but his guitar playing was as strong as ever at the end. And the belief is that music reaches beyond the areas of the brain that are damaged by Alzheimer's. And in fact, thousands of nursing homes now use music therapy to help people maintain their memories. Some research shows that if you are instructed, a life skill is given to you in song, you'll remember to do it. So if you can set to Over the Rainbow or a favorite song, take your medicine at a certain time every day, or remember how to brush your teeth.
Or so,
it can be
take
useful.
bath. Go and take a bath.
Well,
it's something that you need to stay from being sticky.
There you go. See, there's a whole CD there for you to make, a health CD with your...
And boy, Mary, she will not like that. Oh, just one other thing on exercise, and I think we have, again, some information about Dr. Small and where we can find this.
We do.
Exercise doesn't have to be strenuous. We were seeing heavy weightlifting. We were seeing it's as simple as taking a walk, correct?
15 minutes a day, a brisk walk is enough. If you like to swim, swim. If you play tennis, play tennis. Something to get your heart rate up. Strength training is really good for you for muscle strength and bone strength as well, but 15 minutes a day, some gardening, a walk through your neighborhood with your wife or husband or partner after dinner, that's enough to get the blood pumping and keep the brain functioning in tip-top shape.
All right, get out walking. Although as an old offensive lineman and shot putter, I've been known to pick up a few weights from time to time.
Well, you should.
The problem is we want to avoid those 12-ounce curls. But that's another story for another time.
Indeed.
We really do appreciate it. And again, memory test, what is it now to find out about this?
It's the Dr. Gary Small memory test. You can find it at newsmax.com. Rate My Memory. Google it or go to newsmax.com/health. It's right there with a story that we've got about David Cassidy and the tips and suggestions for things you can do to keep your brain in tip-top shape.
All right, we're going to work to do it together.
Sounds
Nick
good to
Tate,
me.
what a great friend. And we love talking trivia, too. Now I'm